Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we're tackling a problem that I think anyone who's ever set up a home theater or a conference room has run into.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Right. You have your source over here, your screen way over there, and your standard HDMI cable it won't make the run.
Not a chance. You get, what, 15, maybe 20 feet before you hit that digital cliff and the signal just drops.
Exactly. And sure, you could use fiber optic HDMI, but that stuff is delicate and, expensive.
Very expensive. Which brings us to what we're looking at today. It's the Avenview HBT-C6POE-R.
It's an HD-based receiver. Basically, it's technology that lets you send your AV signal over a standard Ethernet cable, a Cat6 or Cat7.
Right, but the real mission of this deep dive isn't just about getting a picture from point A to B. It's this concept they call 5-play convergence.
5 plays. So it's doing 5 things at once over one cable.
That's the idea. And the headline feature, the big number, is the distance. It can go up to 100 meters.
100 meters, that's 330 feet.
330 feet. Enough to go from a server closet in a basement up to a projector on the second floor, easy.
Okay, but let's talk about the fine print. Pushing a signal that far, there has to be some kind of trade-off with the bandwidth, right? The spec sheet says 4K.
It does, but there is an asterisk there, and it's a pretty important one.
I thought so.
The video bandwidth is 9 gigabits per second. So yes, it supports 4K Ultra HD, but it caps out at 30 hertz.
So 30 frames per second. So if you're setting this up for movies, you're probably fine. But if you wanted to run a new gaming console,
you're going to hit a bottleneck. You won't get that smooth 60 or 120 frames per second. But for 1080p content, it handles 60 hertz with 36-bit deep color, no problem.
Okay, and what about the audio? Is that getting compressed?
Nope. No compression on the audio. It passes through DTS HD master audio, Dolby True HD, LPCM 7.1, all the lossless formats.
So your surround sound is still bit perfect, even if the 4K video is capped. All right, so that's video and audio. That's 2 of the 5 play features. Let's get to the other 3, because this is where it gets really interesting for an installer.
Right. So feature number 3 is LAN pass-through.
Meaning?
It gives you a 100 Mbps Ethernet connection right there at the receiver end.
Oh, that is smart.
Yeah.
Because if you're running a cable to a smart TV 300 feet away, you don't want to rely on spotty Wi-Fi.
Precisely. You get a hardline connection from the same box. Then feature 4 is PoE.
Power over Ethernet. So the receiver itself doesn't need its own power brick.
Correct. It draws its power up to 13 watts right from the transmitter through the same Ethernet cable.
That's huge for keeping things clean behind a wall-mounted TV. No extra outlets, no bulky adapters to hide.
And the unit itself is tiny. It's like 4 inches by 4 inches and an inch thick. You just zip tie it to the mount and you'd never know it's there.
Which brings us to the 5th and final piece of 5-play control.
It supports RS232 and bidirectional IR.
Let's break that down. The bidirectional IR, what's the practical use case for that?
Well, think about it. Your Blu-ray player is in a rack 300 feet away. Your normal remote isn't going to work from the living room.
Of course not.
So this system captures your remote's infrared signal at the TV, sends that signal back down the Ethernet line, and then an IR emitter blasts it at the Blu-ray player.
It's like you've created a virtual wire for your remote control.
That's a perfect way to put it. And it has a 3-year warranty, which is pretty solid for this kind of gear.
So if we pull back from all the specs, what's the real takeaway here?
The takeaway is that we need to stop thinking about cables as just video cords or internet cables.
It's becoming a single pipeline for everything.
Right. This little box proves that a single Cat6 cable can be the entire nervous system for a display power, internet control, and 4K video. It just streamlines the whole infrastructure.
And it absolutely beats trying to snake 5 different kinds of wire through a ceiling.
Oh, no question. And, that leaves you with a thought to chew on.
Go.
We're doing all of this power, data, uncompressed video over copper wires that were designed decades ago for just simple networking. So, as fiber optic cable becomes more and more common in new homes, are we headed for a future where a single optical port powers and runs literally everything in a room?
A one-port standard. That would certainly clean up the dust bunnies behind my entertainment center. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive.
Until next time.